Welcome back, my fellow duplicants, to Oxygen Not Included. So we've got some big news that came out this week, and that is that the latest update just came out here, giving us nice, unique plants. Now, I have actually already been playing this kind of pre-build, so right now it's actually just officially been released. So this is the exact same version of the game that I'm playing. There has been a couple of changes and also kind of a bit of an update here. I had some issues on my end that affected my ability to record here. So let me just talk about that real quick here. I actually did record about 30 or so cycles, about a little over an hour and some, but my microphone was not being recorded. So unfortunately, that little bit of time is left, but I will talk you through some of the changes that I've done here. The other thing is there's been some slight tweaks to things that have changed here that I talked about last time. As far as the refrigerator, when you go to put food inside of it, it'll actually cool it down over time. So they kind of changed that a little bit. But one of the things that I changed here, thanks to your guys' comments, is that if you put your food inside of a vacuum, it'll actually be considered deep freeze. So rather than going all the way up here and actually making it very, very cold, which wasn't very efficient, what I ended up doing was bringing it all the way down here and then creating a vacuum inside of here. And now I have all of my food stored in deep freeze, which means it doesn't go bad over time. They've actually made it a little bit easier, believe it or not, than just storing it in carbon dioxide. So that gives you some options. You can still play the game just like you used to do before, where you kind of create an environment that keeps the food fresh. In my case, I'm going with a vacuum right here with a little bit of a water lock right there. Very nice. We can get to all of that. I've also put in a big old automation system here that allows me to automatically pick up stuff from farms, such as the auto sweeper here, and it'll load it into the conveyor loader, which allows me to ship that all the way over here, just like this. You can see a little bit of a bristleberry right there. So my ingredients will be right down here, and then the duplicants will go ahead and pull it out of here and just end up cooking it right there. Haha! As far as the big changes here, basically they come to farming and getting unique plants. So how that works is essentially you expose plants to radiation here. So if we look at the plants here, you can see that there is a certain amount of radiation that they have to be under in order to grow. So that would be 460 rads per cycle right here. You can also see grub fruit right there can go up to 980. Apparently, if you get it closer to this number, the higher the chances that you're going to get some sort of unique seed, which then probably goes over here to the analyzer. I don't really know how that works exactly because I haven't experienced it yet in the game. I did move the wheezewort over here to start to expose it to a little bit of radiation, but you can see I'm only at 20, which is a long way off of 460, so I don't think I have a very high chance of getting that seed. Although I am trying to grow these plants as fast as possible. I do have a farming station inside here. Currently have some Sweetles inside of there just to boost up the growing speed on these about as fast as I can get them. And maybe, potentially, I'll end up with a seed and we'll actually be able to see how that all works. Another thing I have going on here is I've actually built a little chamber here for the shovels and a spot where I can store up a little bit of regolith down here. So the idea here is to kind of have a breeding chamber with shovels right there. And then I'll take these eggs and potentially, at least in the past, you could actually just groom them inside of a room and they would give off an egg before they expired, kind of making it kind of a perpetual food machine. I'm going to see if that still works. I'm not sure if they've changed that or not. But you can see I am feeding them some regolith right there because I am digging up space. Essentially, I do have a couple of oxygen masks I put in right here just to kind of navigate my way up here. But you can see my big project that I have going on right now, and that is the solar panels. I actually recently unlocked some more research as well, all the way over here, which is the space power for our rockets. So now I have an engine, and we have the rocket pads, and we have the solar panel module, which is another newish piece of equipment. So those are some new pieces of equipment. I have yet to play with the solar panel on the rocket itself. I don't know how much power that actually generates. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of a comparison here between just our typical solar panel and as compared to the one that's on the rocket to see if we could potentially make some sort of solar farm up here in order to generate lots and lots of power. Another thing I built up in this last little episode here is another spot for oxygen. So you can see that I have this up and running, which means I have lots and lots of oxygen in the pipe. Beautiful, very nice. It also means I have 2 hydrogen generators down here. So I've got a good amount of power being generated. Do have some water down here as well. I was able to suck up a little bit of this polluted water and move it all the way over there. Essentially what I got going on down here is this is pulling it up, and then I fill up this big liquid reservoir right here, and then it moves through the water sieve, which is a little bit slower. It only moves 5 kilograms per second instead of 10. So this will fill up as this one tries to empty out. allowing me to kind of just build up the water down here. There's a little bit of food poisoning inside of there. That's not too bad. I'll actually kind of just, I'm not going to worry about it. A lot of the food I have I don't necessarily need to rely on lice loaf anymore, so I'm kind of moving away from that. All right, so to build up a rocket, first thing I'm going to need is a rocket platform. So let's see here, how much gold and iron do we have? Okay, definitely going to do this out of copper. Oh, and look at what we got going on here. Hello. For some odd reason, I can't click on you. All right, there we have a little glossy Drecklet right there. Haha. I've also got this thing hooked up to where I can go ahead and just say, oh, which should go ahead and move that right up there. There we go. So if we get eggs and whatnot, just drop it right up there. No big deal. Inside of here, I want to go ahead and just have glossy Drecklets. There we go. Following the little glossy Drecklet up. So once this thing becomes an adult, I'll get my first piece of plastic. Nice. You can also see I have a fair amount of glossy Drecklet eggs there. So that's good. Ooh, and there is my very first shovel egg that's coming out of this ranch down here. Aha. Oh no, not another Volpup. One of the dupes I'm looking for here is going to be one that is just really, really good at ranching. Like super high level ranching. If I see one of those, then that's definitely something I'm going to pick up. Just look at all of the hatches I have down here. I have so many critters. Ooh, there's the very first solar panel. Looking good up here. Let's go ahead and just give that. It's 380 watts. Very nice. Ooh, there we go. Rocket platform. Let's go ahead and build that. I'll just go ahead and put it right there for now. Ooh, surface breach. Finally got that. Although technically I've been out here for a while. But it's okay, whatever. I get it. There we go, Joshua. Build that up. Oh, new rocket. Okay. Go ahead and throw down a solar panel module. It costs 200 glass. This one here also costs 200 glass. No big deal. There you go, Joshua. Ooh. Current wattage 8. Okay, 60. So this is 380. That is 60. What if I build another one on top of that? What if I build another one on top of that? Technically, I need 6.3 of these to equal one of those. So far more material intensive, but if I can actually, you know, if light does what I think light is going to do here, gonna be a lot of power, baby. What do you got there, Welbadorn? Look at this guy supplying like crazy. Oh, yes. Power. All right. Battery module. Oh, yes. Build up the battery. Yeah. Yes, it works exactly like I thought it would. Awesome. So all of these are stacking up, allowing for the battery module down here to start building up power. Oh, beautiful. It costs a lot more to do, but you can see how space efficient. All right. Yep. Yes. Maximum cheese. The real question is, where do I want to bring in the power, right? We got a big, ugly power wire, and that's probably going to run into my base and then run around for power distribution. So the power is probably going to go... I guess I'm going to hide the wire probably back all the way over here. Right, because decor-wise, once you get around something like this heavy wire, it's so bad. So I don't want it to be over here. It's got to be a little bit out of the way. So if I wanted to make a power tower, it's going to be right on over here. Just like so. We'll go ahead and do that. All right, so in addition to that, I'm just going to go ahead and bring the ladder up right here. Then we'll start to kind of dig right along this, right? Follow that natural fault line a little bit. Come on, give me a fancy... Ah, darn it. There we go, Lilu, digging all the way up there. Now we're going to come in here with this disgusting 20 kilowatt wire. Place it right down there, just like so. Boop, 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 boop. Make sure we insulate this so that it doesn't go bad on us. Oh, yes, here we go. Build it to the moon. Run that big old heavy wire right over here like this. Watch my duplicate get stuck up in there because he's just buried himself. That's okay. You don't actually need to get out of there, do you? There you go, Joshua. Might want to dig that out. Ah, you did it again. More glass. Yes, yes. Keep going. Yes. Power. Oh, yes. All right, so we've navigated that right there. Just put that in right there. What? Who is in there? A puffed? What are you doing down there, bud? Confined. Glum. I can imagine. These critters, they find themselves in the worst spots. There you go. Now your food. Yep. And we'll never get to it. This will be forever stuck there. As a reminder of where you used to be, Puffed. Alright, so I've got a good amount of solar panels over there, but I need more. We want more of those. So we're going to crank this up here. You see that I'm using the glass forge. You guys have mentioned that the window tiles down here, I could deconstruct that. I actually did that last time. Then they decreased the amount of glass that we got out of this. I think the floors and stuff used to be made out of glass. Oh well. I think there's another spot, which I've just found. Yes, all the way over here. Each one of these, though, is only 25 kilograms, so it's not that big of a deal. This is where we can actually go to get to the next zone. So that'll be kind of cool. We can go into the teleporter. And we're not going to do that today. No, because today we're focusing on humongous power. I'm just running this glass forge for all it's worth. Yes! So you can see this is actually putting out a decent amount of heat, but the water, well, the water's not going up that fast. We're actually maintaining a pretty decent temperature there. Alright, so now I just got to work on getting this power down here so I can use it for distribution and stuff. Which means knocking down a couple of doors, changing them to bridges, and stuff like that. So, going down here, heavy wad joint plate, perfect. Who made a mess? Zendrell? No, where'd you go? I don't see it. It's always concerning. More glass! I wonder what happens if I click on this and try to build another battery all the way down here. Oh, the whole thing moves. Yes! 200 kilowatts. 300 kilowatts. 4! Ha ha ha! Uh-oh, it doesn't look alright. Well, I mean, clearly we should have about like a megawatt of backup power, right? Yeah, that seems better. I mean, you never know when you're gonna need just a lot of power, right? Boop, there we go. And then up here, oh yes, more power. All right, let me go inside of here. We're gonna clear this stuff out. Maybe I could just build a refining machine right here. You know, just so we can get through the construction of this a little bit faster. Go ahead and take this power, bring it on over there. Refinement. With that glass forge. And then we'll just liquid pipe that. Who cares about what it's made out of? It doesn't matter. Right on over there. Boom! Alright, so one thing I did down here is I've completely stopped using the coal generators. Seems slightly unnecessary at this point. So, that's gone. I do run the hydrogen generators just to get rid of a little extra hydrogen. You know, gross. What do we even need that for? And I can go ahead and wrangle these guys up. Nice. And we'll deliver them right inside of here, which means my shearing station will now start to give me a little bit of plastic. Oh yeah, we're gonna make this super efficient. There we go. That goes to that, which is storing sand. Never ending. Alright. There you go, meat. Glass. More glass. There we go. At least now we're not dumping all this heat in my base. It's just going right up here. Oh, yes. So efficient. Woo! Wow, this over here is working great. Look at that. I'm already up over a kilogram of glass. Temperatures inside of here are staying real nice. Ha! Beautiful. Alright, I might be getting a little bit carried away here, but who can blame me? More power. Yeah! Go! I love it. Keep at it, Meep. More glass. I don't know if I've ever made so much glass. Just a few more and then I'll have 20 on each side. That's a total of 2,400 watts. Which, I mean, considering the amount of material I've put into this, isn't very efficient. However, this is actually more than the Shinebug reactor. And the nice thing about this is that it doesn't actually take, you know, a bunch of processing power or something like that. Because there's not like 100 critters stuck in a single tile. Equally as cheesy though, I love it. Just a few more and I'll have it. Well, for now. I could imagine that there might simply just not be enough space up here for all the power I want to make. Yeah. Look at how hot this gas is. Watch that. That's pretty cool. So this is hot over here. We know the glass is hot. It's like 700 degrees. Whoosh. But then, once you build it, it's only 45. Haha. Magically deleting heat. Why not? As far as the heat down here, this isn't bad. This is actually working out really, really good. Ha! A lot better than trying to build it down here. Ew. Let's take a look at my resources real quick. See what I have for plastic. Ooh, 1,200 kilograms. Nice. Glad to see that that's working out. Oh, and by the way, Lurda has a brand new pet. Like, who doesn't like to snuggle up with a little morb, huh? Her stress is low. Darn it. Why are you only 50%? Gross. All right. Nice. So there I have 2,400 watts of power coming on in, at least throughout the sunny parts of the day. Not during the night, but that is backed up by a 1 megajoule battery pack. Love it. And Meep over here is just going to continue to make more and more glass, which means this will get even bigger. But that's going to happen here over the next couple of episodes as we continue to look at the next things we want to do. So at this point, I've kind of solved food. I got food coming in here, and food is able to stay inside of a deep freeze. And so that's all solved. Now we got a gas range. Unfortunately, I don't have all the stuff I need in order to run that gas range. Oh, I found out where my dupes went to the bathroom. Nice. In the kitchen. Very, very nice of you to go there. It's gotta taste good. Anyhow, so food is looking pretty good, at least right now. And if this gets up and running the way that I think it might actually get up and running, then I might potentially end up with basically a continuous source of food eventually. Does have a ways to go to get there, but it might happen. Do have some plastic rolling in, so that's good. And if we go down far enough in my base, you can see that not only do we get to the uranium and whatnot, which means we can get into the nuclear power stuff, which will allow me to have more radiation. Because right now I'm not able to really evolve these plants. They're kind of just stuck the way they are. But if we keep going down here, there is natural gas as well. Oh, but there's something even more as far as our water situation. I have another cool steam vent right down there. So that makes 2 of them. But if we look right on up here, I've uncovered a saltwater geyser. So, yeah, set up pretty nice inside of this base. But at any rate, that's all I got time for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little episode here of Oxygen Not Included. If this looks like the channel for you, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. Have a great day, guys. Stay awesome. Peace. Brothgar out.